Welcome. Got some new lighting. So I hope you appreciate it because there's nothing like good lighting, you know. It's not even really like good, you know, like you can't really see me, but it's blue. It changes a bunch of colors. So yeah. See, I don't really think the green is as nice. Really isn't. All red. See, so I kind of figured, ooh, that's kind of greeny. I thought the blue looked the best, to be honest. Yeah. It does. It looks the best. You can't lie about that. There you go. Okay. I'm so excited. I love when I buy the channel stuff because it's nice for me, but it's also like it's nice for you too. Okay, so there's been some recent activity, and a lot of it is moon inflicted activity. Okay, so just bear with it. Okay, these energies are very intense. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up, let's do the oracle message first. And see. Do that, yeah. See what the oracle message. I do feel like somebody was in a wrong position and they should have had a lot more room and they were put in the wrong spot, that happens a lot. When people take up positions and they're not supposed to, they lie on their resume, they take jobs they're not supposed to, they lie to men, they have children that they're not supposed to, things like that. So let's see. There we go. Okay. This is what I'm fucking talking about. There's the devil right there. Somebody did something they weren't supposed to do. Okay. Then we got obsession, Phantom of the Opera, and then celebration with Carrie. So somebody could have called a demon on or a devil on to come into their world or to come into somebody's world to get them obsessed. Like now I'm getting The Craft. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's the old movie, but when she does the love spell on, I don't remember his name in the movie, Skeet Ulrich in real life. And he like falls like obsessively in love with her. So much so that he actually ends up hurting her in the end because that lust that he feels for her is so fake and it's almost like negatively charged because it's a spell, right? When people put spells on people, I don't think they understand what they're doing. Okay. I don't think they understand what a spell can do, right? Because they see movies like The Craft and then they think that like, I think most people believe that couldn't happen, you know, like they made it up for the movie and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's all fake and, you know, because they've tried to do things in the past, but it didn't work like that. Or how can, you know, they just don't believe it. So they're like, yeah, right. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can fucking make somebody fall in love with me, or let's see. And it really fucking sucks because it's like, sometimes you just have to believe in the unknown and sometimes you just have to believe in general, right? Look at this. Shock. So the way that it's looking is, I don't know if you became obsessed with somebody or with something, but it was done by black magic. And then this could be also like, I'm kind of getting, you could have somebody could have liked you, but you liked somebody else. So they got that other person out of the way so then they could date you. Which is this obsession, this devil. Like, I'm not quite sure. Like they could have hid you, like with Phantom of the Opera, he hides her like 5 feet under, or like 5 stories underground or some shit, right? Hides her underground. And then with Carrie, she has all this telekinesis, right? She can move these, she can make things happen with her mind, right? And she realizes how fucked she's been, and she just starts attacking everybody, regardless if they were part of it or not, right? So I kind of feel like somebody could have done something to you and it made you lash out at a bunch of other people because you didn't know who the one was that was fucking with you. Like, somebody's brought demonic, I'd heard pleasures. I don't know what that means, but demonic entities to your door, perhaps, that have made you crave something that you really don't want. Someone's actually prayed for it. Somebody has prayed for you to get taken away, right? Taken away because they were obsessed with something that you wanted or that you were too close with. Right? It's like with Psycho, he keeps his mom alive because he's obsessed with her. He's obsessed with like hearing her. He's obsessed with his mother, right? And some people, they go that way. They get obsessed with their parents, right? Like, now I'm getting The Office with the Christmas episode where Daryl can't have his daughter, and they're looking for a Christmas tree, and Pam is like, I don't know about you, Daryl, but like, if I couldn't have my daughter on Christmas, I'd be super bummed about it too. And then Andy, because Andy doesn't have a kid, he goes, if my grandmother ever dies, or if anything ever happens to my grandmother, I will kill myself. I'm getting Andy Bernard too, right? Because it's like that kind of obsession, is not good. It's not good. Nobody should be obsessed with anybody that much. That's a little bit like, that saying, obsess much. Like, you don't have anything else on the table. You're really going to put this person above and beyond anything else. Like, obsess much, obsess much. What's this devil? You also could be dealing with a Capricorn. Okay. We got the 9 of Wands with the 4 of Swords. It's almost like somebody has been stuck in survival mode. And I think the survival mode is because they put you 5 stories underground and then put some demon behind the door so then you couldn't get out. So, but they can't. The thing is that with the 4 of Swords, you can't stay in that energy, right? They can't keep you locked up. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Murder in the First, but you know how they keep him in solitary for like, they don't let him out for like 4 years. He stays in the dark. He can't even walk. His body becomes crippled because he's got nowhere to go, right? So it's like, I'm getting Murder in the First. What the fuck? Like, that's a little deep, okay? He was like the first, that's about the very first prosecution, I think, or I don't know. It was like the first in history, or it's what shut that prison down, Alcatraz down. I don't know. Anyways, okay. So now we've got the 4 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, pain, and sorrow with the Collector. Grief and anguish. So you're just collecting, it's like you're just collecting all of these energies. Like your grief is going nowhere, your despair is going nowhere. Like you're just collecting all of these feelings because somebody put you somewhere. Honestly, this could be a spell. This could be somebody putting you, some type of possibly like voodoo doll or something, putting you in a dark place. And it actually comes through in 3D. You know, you don't want to go outside. You don't want to go past a door because they've actually put like a demon. They could use like demon cards or sigils or something like that. So then you can't get out. So every time you try to branch out in life or you try to do something, it's holding you back, because that's what witchcraft does. If used in the wrong terms with the wrong people, it kind of starts to make you feel crazy if you're the cult, if you're the victim of it. Right? And then the culprit, actually, I'll tell you this, kind of a huge little secret I'm going to spill you in on. But this girl wouldn't stop doing witchcraft. And in the beginning, like a few years ago, 10 years ago, I didn't really know how to deal with that. I didn't know how to deal with people doing black magic against you, right? I thought you had to do something back in return to counteract their black magic. So what I did was I created a voodoo doll and I binded her up. And it was not like what you saw or what you see at the end of the craft. It's not that, you know, when she's binding up the chick and she's going like, I bind you from doing harm to yourself and harm to others, right? It was kind of like that. I binded her up and I was like, you have to leave me alone. Like, you have to stop attacking me. You got the guy in the end. She got the guy. I mean, they're not together anymore, but she fought to have that guy with her. And she won because she played dirty, right? When you play dirty, you get what you want. You can push people right out of the way. And I don't fight back like that. Everybody always thinks that I'm aggressive. I'm not. It's my personality. I've grown a personality to become so aggressive that physically I don't have to do anything other than speak and people can shit their pants. That's power. I don't have to physically hit anything. I've never hit anybody. I mean, I've slapped people before, right? And, but I've never punched anybody. I've never like in a fight or anything. I've never gotten into a fight. Chicks have tried to beat me up and other people have taken care of it for me. Bitches have tried to punch me and other people have gotten in the way. Sometimes you're divinely protected. This one chick punched me this one chick, the very first chick the only person that's ever punched me in the face. I was 10 years old. She was a bully. She was bullying me with her big fat friend, and they would chase me home every night where I was running home. And, I got stuck at the streetlight while they were chasing me home one day. And I turned around and this chick punched me in the face. Jenny LaRock punched me in the face. She was standing there with her friend, Melissa Ellis. Trust me, I still remember their names. Okay. I remember where they lived. And, I didn't feel it. I don't know how. Maybe because she was, 11 years old, 12 years old, didn't know how to punch. But physically, I thought I would have felt something. And I didn't have a mark on my face. I remember being like, that's what it feels like to get punched in the face. I didn't feel anything. Nobody believed me. Of course, my parents never believed anything I said because then they'd have to do something about it. Right. But if you don't believe your child and just call your child a liar, then you don't have to listen to them. Right. You can just put them in their room, punish them, and then come back another day that you want. Hey, you're grounded for a week because I said so. Good parenting. Awesome. Because that's how you grew up, right? Grew up constantly possibly being punished. And then you end up hurting all these other people because your parents are the ones that hurt you, but you're not addressing that it's your parents that have done majority of the violence to you, and you're still taking it out on everybody else, which is exactly what Carrie does. She's only getting fucked with like 5 people, and yet she attacks over 150. Why? That's what manipulation does, right? You put something in a box and you keep attacking it, it's going to just lash out at everybody because it doesn't know who's doing it, but it knows somebody in the room is doing something. Somebody in the room is doing something. So then you protect yourself. So don't be surprised if you're a victim of this, if suddenly you just hated a bunch of people because you don't know which one's doing it against you. Or it could be your whole family. Suddenly you stop talking to your whole family. And it's because you don't know the ones that are talking shit about you and the ones that have your back. Because the ones that have your back are making it seem like they're talking shit about you. Right? So you start freaking out on everybody because it's almost like you can hear it. I do feel like somebody has a familiar, for one, is what I wanted to say. Somebody that's giving them advice. Somebody that's like, you know how his mom is like talking to him, right? He like keeps his mom alive. He like speaks for his mom and shit, right? He like has her corpse all done up and shit. And it's like, I almost feel like somebody could have like a friendly energy around them that's telling them this advice. They're physically going like, listen, this person's doing this to you. This person's doing this to you. Recognize this person's doing this to you, right? And I do think you're hearing it, but at the same time, it could be a little bit muffled and you don't really know what they're saying. And you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure they said this person. But if they said this person's attached to this person and this person, which means I know those two people are talking shit and they're married to these two people. Those two people are best friends with those two people, which means if these two people are talking shit, then it's like that broken wire effect. It's just going to everybody because everybody's going to talk to their spouse about it. And then their spouses are going to go tell people about it because everyone's so fucking bored in their life and they're at work and they've got nothing else to talk about because nothing's going on with themselves. So once they hear a little piece of gossip, they're going to start saying and telling everybody about it, right? That's obvious. So it's like you've just been a collector of harboring all of these emotions because somebody hasn't let you express yourself because they put you somewhere and it's like shitting in your own box. Why would you? And why would you, like you're not going to, you're going to save it and save it and save it and save it until you get out. Just like my snakes do. They hate pooping in their enclosures. They hate it. They will try everything they possibly can to get out and then they'll poop and then they literally will just go back in. The other day, that's what one of them did. I mean, they do it quite a bit. They'll get all antsy in their enclosures. I'll take them out and within like 5 minutes they'll poop. And then they just want to go back home. Sometimes they want to sleep on me. Sometimes they still want to exercise. For the most part, they want to go back home because they know they're safe where they live. Right? So that could be it too, like somebody could have made the outside world scary for you. So you only go out to shit and to eat and then you're right back. You're right back in your home again where you're safe. Right? That's changing. That's what the full moon is trying to expose. Maybe that's why it wanted to be blue, right? It's like a twilight hour. It's like somebody needs to realize that they've been kind of like held back by something and it's starting to come through, which means the full moon is going to like pop off for you a lot. Like you might just get a lot. It might suddenly just be like Christmas for somebody because it's just suddenly now they've got all of this energy to start moving things around, right? Because they've gotten their space back, probably, possibly. This is Carrie about. Ace of Swords, inspiration, sudden truth, challenge ahead. And I do believe it because when you are seeking the truth and you find it, then life changes. Because you're no longer living like ignorantly. And the truth, as a lot of people say, will set you free. If you know, if you're hiding back who you are, right? So Carrie's the one that has all of the energy. Carrie's the one that has all the power. And once you realize that what these people are doing and what somebody has done to you, you're the one that has all the energy in it. You're the one that they're just siphoning off of. You break free. You get away from everybody. What about shock? King of Wands, the Hierophant. He sees through the material world and into your soul. Dun, dun, dun. And then King of Wands, vision, honor, leadership, ultimate masculine energy. Okay. Igniting your masculine energy. Okay. There's the moon with judgment and the Page of Swords, which features curiosity, new ideas, and positive change. So they've reached the end of a threshold, and they are realizing that you could have also Taurus energy, or Pisces energy, Capricorn energy. Okay, for one. But somebody is definitely hitting a peak in their life where they're no longer letting restraints hold them back anymore. And they're not going out and hurting anybody. They're realizing that majority of people out there do hurt. Therefore, keep yourself protected. Okay, keep yourself protected. Go on this new adventure after you've reached your judgment on something that you haven't been able to see yourself. Like, your energy is going to transform. Most likely with this full moon. Right, which is why it's the man turned into the werewolf, right? The astronaut turned into the werewolf, right? It's like that. It's like you've been off into space and now you're turning into yourself. Okay, because that's your judgment, is to face yourself, is to realize that you're the one with the magic. You're the one that has the vision. You're the one that can see through everything. And you can see through this. When you really pinpoint it down, you will be able to figure out who's fucked with you, who's been this devil, okay, who's introduced all this anxiety into your life and won't let you walk through a door. It will come to you, right? Because this person, it has an obsession with you, which means their energy is all over you. Okay, who is this secret person obsessed with you? Let's see. Page of Pentacles. A manifester. Somebody who is, the page, so right away, immature, right? Sees something that they like and just jumps all over it like they've never seen pussy for the first time in the history of pussy. You know what I mean? It's somebody like that. It's somebody who they saw you and they never thought that they could you could manifest a life like that, right? They wanted it. Therefore, they trapped you. Because why let the seed keep growing when you can put it in a dark room and hope to kill it? I did hear that. I did hear that somebody was really hoping that I would die. Really hoping so. And when I didn't, they cried about it. Because all they were trying to do was manifest my death. You can't manifest somebody's death when they're supposed to be here. It's their mission to be here. The universe is going to protect them. Your hatred is not going to kill them. Unless you put the gun in your hand yourself. Then you're going to have to do the dirty work yourself. That's what the universe is saying. You want this person dead? You put the gun in your own hand and you go do that dirty work yourself, because we're not going to do it for you. Now I'm getting Dirty Harry, which would be the Zodiac killer from San Francisco, right? The guy who said he heard voices to kill people. 5 of Cups, the 2 of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Cups in reverse, because somebody lost something. They lost out on a relationship with you in some way. This 2 of Cups, they missed out on a relationship or some type of, they saw you had your masculine and your feminine energy all balanced out, and they were in the 5 of Cups. They were grieving. They were pissed off. They were in a state of loss. Well, you were in a state of abundance with a really beautiful future ahead of you, with a beautiful family and an enrichment. And they took that from you. They didn't want to see you get it. Some people play dirty. Again, that dirty. This person is dirty. Their thoughts are dirty. Their manifestations are dirty. They're dirty. And that's why, unfortunately, you might have gone out and hurt quite a few people, or you might have done some magic thinking that it was all these other people that were doing it, and it was just one person. It was one person, and it's over. It's almost like you've seen them, right? Your dreams could have seen them. It could have caught them doing something, and you had to see it for one last time. You just had to record it in your dreams for one last time to say, this is the person that keeps trying to get me to do all of these things and then blocking my door so I can't grow, I can't expand, I can't do anything, I can't leave, right? People are not allowed to do that. 8 of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Swords. So this person's empire is going to go down. This person got something out of your misery. Okay, they got something out of pinning you down, and they're going to lose whatever they manifested from the beginning to the end. I just saw 2442, which is a mirror, 2442. Okay, they tried to mirror you. They tried to take things from you, and the universe is going to figure that out. They're not dumb. They're not stupid. They created this place. Do you think some dumb, stupid little fucking idiot is going to be able to convince a bunch of elder generational creatures that have been here forever, that have seen more than one liar in their day? Okay, this is almost like this person was dumb. They believed the universe was dumb because the people around them are dumb. People are not dumb around them. They just fall victim to this person, so they don't truly say what's on their mind. So this person thinks that they've got a lot of power over other people, and they don't. They certainly don't have any power over you. Okay, they might have, because they were doing the devil's work. They were doing things that involved taking your son away from you, for one. Okay, putting you in darkness, thinking like, obviously you're bright. Your light is so bright that even in darkness they couldn't hide you. Even in darkness they couldn't hide you. Spirit always has your back. And anything that this person forced you to do, or any opportunities they took away from you because you wouldn't open up the door because of what they put behind it and out of your own safety, right? All comes back times 3. And this whole infinite universe is on a giant circle. What do you think happens? If it misses you, it's going to come back around. And if it misses you again, it's going to come back around. Some people steal that shit. Some people take it because it's passing them by and they think, oh, that's for me. No, it's passing you by. It didn't stop. Didn't stop to pick you up. It's passing you, which means you were just supposed to look at it, wave, and let it keep on going. You weren't supposed to put a block in the road to take something, and somebody did. Something was on their way for you, and they put a block in your road so then you couldn't grab it, right? And that's dangerous, because if they want to do something like that, you could have lost your arm. So think of them. Are they going to lose a limb now because you weren't allowed to reach out and get something? Are they going to reach out and lose a hand? Reach out and lose everything that they've grown? You know, they've got this huge harvest that's about to happen, and suddenly a storm comes in and wipes 3/4 of it out. Do they deserve it? They might, if they've taken harvests away from you. Right? What goes around comes around. And I can't say that enough. I almost feel like I want to say that this channel is called What Goes Around Comes Around. Right? Because so many messages are like, yeah, it's going to be the come around. The come around does come. I mean, geez. And the universe didn't want to do their dirty work, which means they're a coward, because they didn't kill you. They didn't walk up to you and shoot you. They wanted the universe to do it. They wanted some coward that wasn't paying attention. They almost wanted you to kill yourself. Hey, I see how much they are a coward. They want you dead. They got to do it themselves. You went under if you went under the ground for a little bit and hid because of what this person did, when you recover, when you come back to the surface, it's almost like you've transformed under there. So you're going to look different and you're going to look better, because that's how magic works. Somebody wants to cast spells on you, it's going to come out completely different than what they think, because you're more powerful than them, because you're not doing spells against them. Anybody doing spells against you is weak. They're using an outside source, and that outside source is going to want to get paid soon for everything that they've done that won't work against you, because you're divinely protected. We're not playing games anymore. We're not in elementary school anymore. We're not in grade school. This is life. I'm not just going to let somebody take something from me without a fight. And I'm sure you won't either. So the full moon is here to say, you're getting back what was taken from you. Okay? And now my lights want me to do this. It's Christmas. It's red and green. I think they also flash too. It's Christmas. Or we can also make it storm. That's blue and white. It doesn't really pick up on camera well. These lights are fucking bright. Holy shit. Anyways. I like these ones. They don't come up on camera very well, though. They really don't. gonna have to fuck around with this for a while and see. Ooh, that's purple. That's nice. That's a nice color. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It doesn't resonate, don't take it. It's terrifying. And yeah, for personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. Like the video if you like it. It really lets YouTube know people like my shit. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments. Yeah, keep on rocking. And word to your mothers. All right, peace out.